All right. Good evening, everybody. I did post on Facebook a while ago that I would be making. It's not really an announcement, but could we stop it? I need just like 2 more minutes. I'm not ready. Okay. I think I got it. I think I can go forward now. I'm sorry. I wanted to reveal something about myself that I don't think anybody knows. I've never said this publicly, and this will be an exercise in my own strength to say it out loud because of the potential backlash that it could bring. But, none of us should live a lie. And we should face whatever it is that's going on with us, whether there are demons that we have or whether or not we do things that others just don't understand. This is something I've been dealing with for most of my adult life. I'm 42 now. No, 43. I just had a birthday. And, well, it started when I was about 21 years old. In fact, I remember the very, very first time I was at my mom's house. I'll just take you back to that, how it all began. I was at my mom's house. I didn't live there anymore. I'd moved out, but I was there visiting. And I was reading a magazine. I believe it was Ebony. Some black magazine, some magazines that white people are not prohibited from reading, but discouraged from reading. Could have been Right On or something like that. Actually it was Jet. It's really interesting because I've not dealt with this before. So as I go back in my mind to that day, things become more clearly. And now I specifically remember that it was a Jet magazine. So just disregard all of that. It was a Jet magazine, which is another magazine that white people are discouraged from reading. And there was an article there. It was an interview by, an interview of Vesta Williams, the deceased singer who I loved right up until the day that she died. And in that article, they asked Vesta, what do you use on your face? Because her face is so overwhelmingly clear. She had a really beautiful complexion. And Vesta revealed in this interview that she uses Noxzema. That's when it started. I remember getting up from the table that I was at. I remember walking into my mom's bathroom because I'd never tried Noxzema before. And I know that my mom had Noxzema, so I remember going in there and I said to myself, if Vesta can use Noxzema, so can I. But what is the hype about it? I had to find out. So I walked into my mom's bathroom and I closed the door because I didn't want anybody to see what I was doing. And I took the Noxzema and I spread it all over my face. I didn't understand. I literally had to read the directions because I didn't know what I was doing. And I washed my face according to the instructions. And the feeling of cleanliness that came over my face was a feeling that I had never experienced before. Now, I was a person that would just throw water on my face and maybe sometimes soap. I mean, I'm not a person that knew anything about facial hygiene. I would do the best that I could. But that was the start of my addiction. I mean, I love this stuff. I would never buy a small bottle of Noxzema ever, or a small jar. I only get the large. And since that day, I've never been able to stop using this. You have to understand, if Noxzema were to ever go out of business, if I found out in advance, I would purchase as many bottles or containers of this stuff as humanly possible and then try to use it sparingly to last me for the rest of my life. That is the level of addiction that I have to this stuff. The lady who does my hair, Arlanda, she hates that stuff. She's been trying to talk me out of using it forever. Or maybe not even that, because I don't know that she knew that I used it, but she's constantly talking bad about this product, and I'm sitting in her chair knowing that I use it. I can't defend the product because she has access to my hair. When a person has access to your hair, you don't mess with that. There are two things and two types of people that you don't bother. One, a person that cooks your food. And two, a person that's in your head. When a person is doing your hair, they have a power over you that you don't necessarily like, but you accept. Because one wrong move or one perfectly timed move in your detriment could leave you scarred for years as you try to recover. So I don't play with that. I don't defend that to Arlanda. I just sit there and I take her abuse. Meanwhile, when I come home, I'm washing my face with Noxzema. Now, I think that this might actually be on the level of an addiction, because I've tried to wash my face with other products and I don't feel the same level of cleanliness as I do with this product. This product is universally scorned, but yet I have it. I use it, and I love it. I don't know what you're going to think of me now that this has been made known. I don't know how this alters your view of Sir Darryl or the Sir Darryl radio experience, or those of you who just know me as Darryl. Whether I'm your friend, whether I'm your uncle, whether or not I'm your cousin, whether or not I'm your brother, I don't know. I don't know how you're going to be affected by this news, but I'm not going to continuously live in a world where people don't know that I use this product. And I love it. I don't know what the potential fallout of this is going to be. Sometimes in life, though, you have to stand up. Sometimes in life, you have to make a decision that you are going to stand on your morals and stand on your principles. And if you lose every friend or relative that you have in the process, it's just worth it. I don't know what's going to happen. And I don't know whether my brother, my sister, my mother, my father, my nieces and my nephews, I don't know whether or not they're going to look at me any differently because of this. I just don't know. But what I do know is now that this is off my chest, I can get out there and I can live. If there's anything that you're holding on to, I suggest that you don't do that. Because holding on to secrets is a cancer, and it will kill you. Yeah, this may have been rough for me to sit here and reveal this, and I do ask that you keep this in the strictest of confidence. I don't need the world knowing about it, but I did want to share this with you. So if you could just do me that one solid. Now, I know that there are certain people who are not going to, I know that I'm going to have detractors out there. Arlanda, who does my hair, she may say some crap. Antibird's probably going to talk a lot of crap. Radio Dan, he's going to be talking crap. Gregory Wilson, you know that he's going to say something ridiculous about this whole thing. But one thing that I know, it is better to live and have told than to die and have not. Sometimes freedom is better than slavery.